You want to know what happened in the market through March 2022? You're definitely going to want to watch this one. You've heard me say this before, and I'm going to say it again. The biggest question out there is, how's the market? So here's what happened in the greater Philadelphia area through the month of March 2022, and we're looking at Philadelphia as well as Chester, Delaware, Montgomery counties. Here's the stats, then I'll tell you what it means for people that want to transact, buy, or sell. So the number of sales, they declined in a couple areas. Number of sales in Chester and Montgomery County were down 6.7 to 10.3% compared to this time last year through the end of March. In Philadelphia and Delaware County, they were up 4.1 to 5.3%. So a little bit of a differentiation in each of the different markets. Median sale price was up anywhere from 2 to 12.4% year over year through the end of March. Inventory in the suburban counties is at a 5.49 to 5.72 month supply, meaning there's maybe 17, 18 days worth of inventory on the market if nothing new becomes available. In Philadelphia, we're seeing a 1.56 month supply, so more like a 45-day supply of homes that are on the market. The suburban counties, we've seen inventory continue to shrink, and this is the stuff that's not selling. This is the stuff that's sitting on the market, but there's some good news. Every county, Philadelphia included, Chester, Montgomery, Delaware, this month in March, new listings again outpaced pending sales. This is really critical here, and I'll tell you why when we get to the end of these statistics. And there's less homes that were pending year over year in the month of March than March of 2021 in all 4 counties. Days on market is ranging from 23 to 27 days in the suburban counties and 44 days on average in Philadelphia. The average list to sales price ratio, meaning how much did the seller get for their home, in the suburban counties is 100.2 to 101.9%. So on average in Delaware, Montgomery, and Chester counties, homes are selling above the asking price. That's the average right now. And we're seeing in Philadelphia, the number is 96.2%. Lastly, mortgage rates. We've seen rates jump up substantially to 5+% on a 30-year fixed loan. And they're dancing around all over the place. So talk to someone local to get an idea what it's going to cost you on a monthly basis and what the mortgage rate's going to be depending on your loan term and a lot of other factors. So I just gave you a ton of stats. What does it mean? I see a critical data point here. And I've been comparing this to showing activity during the shutdown in 2020. Meaning we saw that showing activity literally dropped and troughed, just like inventory has. And then all of a sudden we saw a little blip right around mid-May when Governor Wolf decided to stop making real estate non-essential for who knows why. And all of a sudden we saw that little blip, and that was when I knew things were going to start to go the other way. And I'm seeing the same thing here with inventory. This is the second month in a row since the fall of 2021 that inventory, specifically new listings, have outpaced pending sales. Now, what does this mean? Well, we're seeing these rates that are coming in the 5s, and those rates, I'm clear, are doing 2 things. The people that were on the fence, they're either taking the consumer off the fence entirely and they're not going to transact, or they're taking that consumer on the other side of the fence and they are absolutely going to transact. So we've seen demand soften a little bit, not much. This is the very beginning. This is the very beginning of this. And we've seen new listings outpace pending sales, which tells me the market's going to start to go a little bit in a different direction. It's no different than the Obama tax credit in 2008 for first-time buyers. People were just buying because they wanted that money. And I'm clear these 3 and high 2% mortgage rates did the same thing last year. Now that rates are up, it's back to those really motivated buyers and sellers. Really important point there. Otherwise, if you're selling or buying, let's start with selling. What I see here, this is the very beginning of the market decelerating. And if I was thinking about selling in the next 18 to 24 months, I would throw that plan out the window and I would get my home on the market now before we miss the market, before things change a little bit, because the last person to adapt is the one that pays for it. Seeing rates go up the buyer's monthly payment just went up on your home and the price didn't increase. So you've really got to take that into account. Money is more expensive than it was the beginning of the year. This is critical data. So if you're selling, I'd be accelerating that time frame to still strike while there's this frothy demand, because we still got a supply issue. We're talking about a half month, a little bit more than that, a half month supply of homes available in the suburbs and a month and a half supply in the city of Philadelphia. A market where it's even for everybody is a 6-month supply. So we've got to see some more supply come up. I'd be doing this now where you can get waived home inspections. We'll cover the entire appraisal gap, all these things that are going on in the market. That is my advice to sellers. Get off the fence and list your home. Contact someone, talk to them, get some advice. Buyers, rates are still projected to go up. The Fed's going to raise rates 6 more times this year. I needed 2 hands for that. So if the rate goes up, it's going to cost you more money on your home, and prices aren't projected to go down. So the average from all the experts that are out there is about 6.7% year over year appreciation in 2022. I wouldn't be waiting, because you already missed an opportunity to lock in a very low payment for 30 years. So the message here is, don't wait for the market to turn. Do things that are going to benefit you now, because we're going to see payments go up, we're going to see affordability drop, and we don't know where the market's going to be 6, 12, 18 months from now. So if I'm a seller, I want those terms, like the buyer eating the whole appraisal gap. You got questions, you need advice, get in touch with someone local, schedule a call with us, and otherwise, we'll be back next week. You're definitely going to want to watch this one.